This is not your average Valencia travel guide. I am going to show you my hometown like only a local can. Hola chicos, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ana. I am from Valencia, Spain, and I'm so excited to be sharing this video with you today. I was born here, I grew up here, I know where the locals go, and I know all the hidden gems you will not find in a usual tourist guide. So trust me, you are in for something special. In this video, I'm going to share all the must-visit places you need to see while you are in Valencia and history about each place. Plus, I have put together a complete itinerary, a 2-day and a 3-day plan, so you'll know exactly what to do each day. Now, I am extra excited about this one because Valencia was actually named the best city to live in the world last year, and honestly, I am not surprised at all. It truly has everything: amazing people, delicious food, and of course, incredible weather with over 2,600 hours of sunshine every year and an average temperature of 19 degrees. For my American friends, that is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the perfect destination at any time of the year, and of course an ideal place to live in. So with that being said, let's get into it. Valencia is the third largest city in Spain after Madrid and Barcelona, and one of the oldest cities in Europe. It is located in the Mediterranean coast, and the old city center, known as Ciutat Vella, which is my favorite part of the city, has more than 2,000 years of history. Therefore, you will find so many neighborhoods, monuments, and buildings to see and explore. Now, let's talk about how Valencia became the city it is today, because when you walk around, the history explains so much of what you see. Valencia was founded by the Romans in 138 BC, but destroyed just 63 years later during a civil war. It was abandoned for about 50 years until the Romans rebuilt in 25 BC. Now, over the centuries, Valencia was ruled by the Visigoths, then the Moors, who stayed for nearly 500 years, until King Jaime I reclaimed the city in 1238. And then in the 14th and 15th centuries, Valencia's golden age began. So trade and agriculture made the city rich. Amazing buildings like the Silk Exchange were built in, showing off its economic power. And fast forward to the early 20th century, modernism gave Valencia some of its most beautiful landmarks like the Central Market, La Estación del Norte, the train station. So look for their colorful tiles, glass, and iron details when you visit. So as you explore Valencia, you will see how Romans, Moors, Christians, the Renaissance, and modernism have all left their mark and made the city the unique place it is today. And now, before I tell you all the places you must see in Valencia and the hidden gems, let me tell you that if you truly want to explore Valencia like a local and make the most of your trip, make sure that you download my Valencia guide. It is over 50 pages. It is packed with absolutely everything you need to know, from detailed recommendations of the best places to visit, with history, addresses, and contact information, to super useful tips for before you travel. You will find important safety advice, English to Spanish phrases for ordering food or handling emergencies, and practical guides for using public transportation. So everything you want to know before traveling to a new country. Plus, if you'd like to explore Valencia with a certified local guide, my team here offers private tours as well. So you can reach out at this email below or through the link on my description box. And now let's get into the good stuff. On day one, I recommend exploring the historic center, and everything I'm about to list in this section is within easy walking distance, so you can see it all on foot. Now, how you organize your time is up to you. However, I recommend the following order to allow for additional time for extra activities. So I recommend starting on Las Torres de Quart or Quart Towers. In my opinion, it is the perfect place to start your trip. They are one of the most symbolic monuments of Valencia. So from 1350 to approximately 1815, the city of Valencia was surrounded by a medieval wall. It was nearly nearly 4 kilometers long and included 12 gates. Today, only 2 gates are still standing in this location, Quart Towers and Serrano Towers. The other 10 gates were destroyed by the city governor, Cirilo Amorós, when he wanted to expand the perimeter of the city. So the Quart Towers, beautiful, they were built in 1441 and 1460, and they played a very important role during the War of Independence against France, as they were used to stop Napoleon's troops. And to this day, you can still see the gunshots and cannonball marks fired by Napoleon's army, which is really cool. So while you're there, I encourage you to take advantage and climb to the top of the towers, as the view is amazing. Now, keep in mind that there are no elevators to take you to the top, and there are many stairs to climb. But once you are inside of the Quart Towers, you will be in one of the most popular and beautiful neighborhoods of Valencia, El Carmen. So this will be your second stop, El Carmen neighborhood. So El Carmen is the most popular neighborhood in Ciutat Vella, also known as Old Town. There you will find unique streets, beautiful boutiques, and incredible architecture. And over the past years, El Carmen has developed into a modern artistic district with numerous art galleries, beautiful monuments, and street art vendors. Many consider it to be the most bohemian areas of the city. And at night, El Carmen is one of the most vibrant and popular neighborhoods to have a good time. You will find many bars and pubs, most opening, between 5 p.m. and closing about 3 a.m. Now, no trip to El Carmen is complete without a visit to El Café de las Horas. It is a lovely cafe with Baroque decor, including many interesting paintings, chandeliers, and tapestries inside the coffee shop. It is extremely popular for its Agua de Valencia, a famous Valencian alcoholic drink that includes vodka, gin, cava, and fresh orange juice. They also serve a variety of coffee, teas, and cocktails. It is truly a hidden gem. Next stop, the Church of San Nicolás de Bari and San Pedro Martir. This is a must visit for anyone visiting the historical center of Valencia. Most Valencians consider it to be the most impressive church in the whole city, and we even call it the Valencian Sistine Chapel. It was erected in 1242 and has been remodeled several times. It has numerous impressive paintings and frescoes on display. I believe each ticket purchase includes an audio guide that allows you to tour around the church at your own pace, but these things change all the time, so I recommend you visit the official website, which is linked on the description box. Now, keep in mind that the entrance is a small alley that leads back to the building. It is super easy to miss it, so pay attention when walking and looking for it, but this is definitely a hidden gem. Your next stop is going to be the Central Market of Valencia. It is one of the oldest public markets in Europe, and it is in the heart of the historic city center. It has been declared a heritage of cultural interest site by the Spanish Ministry of Culture. The market is a gastronomic temple for us Valencians, and most produce found inside are locally produced, and there are more than 1,000 selling stands, from fresh fish, meats, to cheeses, bread, fruit, olives, spices, wine, homemade croquettes, ceramic. It is amazing. Now, the Central Market has become so popular that it's often full of tourists taking pictures, but not many actually buy anything. So if you really want to support local businesses, snap your picture and then pick up something fresh from one of the local vendors. They will appreciate it so much. And your next stop is going to be La Lonja de la Seda, which is the Silk Exchange. It is one of the most popular Gothic buildings in all Europe. It is considered a masterpiece of European Gothic art and was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1996. La Lonja is extremely well preserved, and it was first used for trading silk and served as one of the most important commercial points in all Europe. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it represented the economic strength of the city of Valencia during the 15th century, which was a period of growth and expansion. There is a flea market on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. right in front of La Lonja, which is so cool. And if you're interested in Gothic art, I recommend booking a tour ahead of time to secure your spot. Next, you're gonna head to the Cathedral and Miguelete. This is a must visit when coming to Valencia. The Cathedral of Valencia is one of the most visited churches in all Spain, and it was consecrated in 1238. It has a Gothic style aesthetic. However, since it was built on an ancient Roman temple and later was converted into a mosque, It preserves elements from different periods, which is super cool. The cathedral has a tower called Miguelete. It was built between 1381 and 1424, and access to it can be found inside the cathedral. You will need to climb the spiral staircase of 207 steps to reach the tower, as elevators are not available. Alright, and here are 3 incredible fun facts about the cathedral. 1. The Vatican designated Valencia as one of the world's 8 holy cities, as well as the city of the Holy Grail. 2. The Holy Chalice can be found in the cathedral. And thirdly, only locals know this, the Water Tribunal meets there at the Puerta de los Apóstoles every Thursday at 12 p.m. The Water Court was declared as an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO, and it is the oldest working judicial institution in Europe. So expect to see officials walking from the headquarters to the cathedral doorway to pronounce their adjudications. It is amazing. Your next must-see is going to be La Plaza de la Virgen. It is a lovely square that includes 3 main buildings: the cathedral, the Basilica, Virgen de los Desamparados, and the Turia Fountain. So we talked about the cathedral, and the Basilica, Virgen de los Desamparados, is a Baroque-style church built in the 17th century, and it was built upon the ruins of a Roman forum and is dedicated to the patron saint of Valencia. The Turia Fountain, which is beautiful, it is a popular fountain that includes a bronze statue sitting on a cascade of water in its middle, which represents the Roman god Neptune and Valencia's Turia River. Neptune is surrounded by 8 women pouring water from jars into the basin, symbolizing the 8 irrigation channels of Valencia. If you tour Plaza de la Virgen, you will also find many shops, restaurants, and ice cream shops in an additional square called Plaza de la Reina. I recommend you visit Horchateria Santa Catalina. It is one of our hidden gems and one of the most popular horchaterias in Valencia. Okay, and while you are in Plaza de la Virgen, right behind the cathedral, there's probably the biggest hidden gem of the city. Not too many people know about this one. It is Museo La Almoina Archaeological Museum. It is one of the most important archaeological museums in Europe. The museum has remains from both the Roman and medieval times. So during the medieval times, the museum was a charity center that provided warm meals to those in need. Later, the building was demolished and constructors found a large square in the basement, which were remains of what was a Roman city. The museum has an outside pool with a glass cover on top for visitors to see part of the ruins from the street, but once inside, you will discover the many different ruins, including funerary tombs to water wheels and baths. Trust me on this one, go check the link on the description box to see details in terms of schedule and ticket pricing. I believe it's only €2, but just double check just in case things change all the time, but you cannot miss this museum. Trust me on this one, it is gorgeous. Your next stop and must-see place in Valencia is the Plaza Redonda, the round square. It is one of the most charming spots in the historical center of Valencia and is located in El Mercat district. It is from the 19th century and it is full of unique boutiques, crafts, and souvenir shops, libraries, and small restaurants. It was originally built as a meat and fish market, but now serves as a flea market every Sunday. And something that not many people know is that just minutes away from La Plaza Redonda, you will also find the narrowest building in Europe called La Estrecha. So if you have trouble finding it, because it's tiny, it's in the Plaza Lope de Vega, the center neighborhood of Santa Catalina. Your next stop and must-see in the historic center of Valencia is Torres de Serrano, the Serrano Towers. So as I mentioned in the Quart Tower section, the city of Valencia was surrounded by a wall and it had 12 gates, and today only we had 2 gates standing, the Quart Towers, which we talked about, and the second ones are this one, the Serrano Towers. They were built between 1392 and 1398 to defend the city from multiple wars, and it was considered the main entrance to the city of Valencia. And from 1586 until 1887, they were used as a prison for the nobility. Now, the top of Serrano Towers provide probably the best views of Valencia Valencia. As you can see, the Rio Turia as well. The entrance, I believe, is free, but I recommend again to check the link because the weather can change, and if it's rainy, they close it for safety reason, and also check ticket prices and things like that. Your next must-see in Valencia is the Palace of the Marquis of Dos Aguas and Ceramics Museum. It is one of the highlights of Valencia, and it is the best clear example of Baroque architecture in Spain. The palace was constructed in the 15th century with a Gothic style, but it wasn't until the 18th century that it was reworked in the Baroque style. And fun fact, some of the rooms still retain the original Gothic look today. The museum is an extraordinary building, and its facade seems to be taken from a fairy tale, and it houses the largest collection of ceramics in the country. Then you're gonna head to your next stop, Mercado de Colón, the Colón Market. It is one of the main works of the Valencian Art Nouveau. It used to be a traditional market in the second decade of the 1900s, but now it provides high-quality dining experiences and is the perfect place to stop for an hour or two to enjoy some tapas and a cocktail or a cup of tea. The building's architecture is spectacular, especially in Christmas, and it features many different materials, including tile, iron, construction, or brick. Keep in mind that this is a really busy area during the weekends, as locals love to go there to have a drink, and also during the week, I want to say between 6 and 8 it can get very busy because again locals want to go there after work to catch up, and have a drink. Your next must-see in Valencia is Plaza del Ayuntamiento, so the town hall square. It is also one of the biggest plazas in the city center of Valencia. Here you will find different buildings, obviously the town hall, the central post office known as Correos, which was built between 1915 and 1922, a gorgeous fountain, and many flower shops, hotels, and clothing stores. The tourist office is located inside the city hall, so if you have any questions about your trip, do not hesitate to visit. They will provide you with very useful information as well as maps of the city. Your next and last stop of the day here at the historical center is the Bullring and train station. They are located conveniently right next to each other. So let's talk first about the main railway station in Valencia, which is Estación del Norte. You guys, this is one of the icons of the city. The station is the perfect example of Valencian Art Nouveau from the early 1900s, and it was declared a good of cultural heritage in 1987. This station is perfect when taking short-distance trips to other towns close to Valencia, such as Cullera or Gandia, which are very popular beach towns here. As mentioned previously, the Bullring is located right next to the train station, and it was built between 1850 and 1859, and its style is neoclassicism, which is why it looks like a Roman Colosseum, and it seats over 10,000 people, which is one of the largest bull rings in Spain. So you guys, those are the main buildings for day one. However, you're gonna get hungry, so I recommend you get a snack at the central market around 10 a.m. and then get lunch at a local restaurant. Here are a list of my favorite restaurants in all town, and I recommend eating dinner in Ruzafa neighborhood. It is a really cool neighborhood with amazing restaurants and even nightlife. Here are my favorite restaurants in Ruzafa neighborhood. And now let's talk day two. Turia River, City of Art and Sciences, the beach, and marina area. These places are a must when traveling to Valencia, and you will discover a different Valencia there, one full of nature, art, and incredible architecture. If you are spending 2 days in Valencia instead of 3, I recommend you visit the Turia River and the City of Art and Sciences in the morning, and then head to the marina and the beach area for lunch, and finally head to La Albufera to experience the sunset. But the first stop is going to be the Turia River. Now, the Turia River is one of the most popular rivers in the Valencian region due to its history. The Great Flood of 1957, where heavy rain caused the river water to rise, flooded large part of Valencia, and I want to say it marked a before and after in the city's history. The flooding caused a great deal of damage, and unfortunately 80 people lost their lives. So to avoid this from happening again, a new course was built to divert the water. The former riverbed was then repurposed into a massive park over the years, and it includes multiple soccer fields, climbing walls, biking trails, a track and field stadium, many city, playgrounds, and even the Valencian Music Palace. The riverbed ends in the City of Art and Sciences, which is going to be your stop number 2 of the day. So that's gonna be your second stop of the day, the City of Art and Sciences. It is a huge cultural and architectural complex. It is one of the city's most famous landmarks and a symbol of modern Valencia. It was designed by architect Santiago Calatrava along with Felix Candela. Calatrava is famous for his futuristic, organic, and often gravity-defying structures. The City of Art and Sciences consists of several striking buildings: the Hemispheric, which is an IMAX cinema planetarium shaped like a giant eye; Museo de las Ciencias Príncipe Felipe, a science museum that looks like a whale skeleton; Lumbracle, a landscape walk with native plants and sculptures; L'Oceanographic, it is the largest aquarium in Europe; Palau de les Arts Reina Sofia, which is a performing arts and opera house; Lord Bridge, a wide suspension bridge that connects parts of the complex; and Agora, a multifunctional cover space for events. Now, something that many people don't know is that during the summer months, Lumbracle is home to the most popular rooftop nightclub in Valencia called Lumbracle Terraza. Here you will enjoy a fun night out with your friends, live DJs, and of course some cocktails. And below there's Mia Club, which is another nightclub in the city of Valencia that it opens pretty much all year round. So after you're done exploring the City of Art and Sciences, I recommend you head to your other stop, which is Marina and the Port of Valencia. So the Marina and the Port of Valencia is located only 10 minutes away by car or about 45 minutes walking distance from the City of Art and Sciences. It is about €5 by taxi, so I recommend doing that if you want to save some time. And it is gorgeous. A couple fun facts about the port is that it was modernized and remodeled to host the 32nd America's Cup, and it is the 5th busiest seaport in Europe. Along the marina, you will find multiple restaurants and bars, and near the restaurants between La Marina and Las Arenas Beach, you will find Marina Beach Club. It is the most popular day club in the city. The beach club has a swimming pool, luxury sunbeds, and a restaurant called Marina Restaurante. Make sure that you book your tickets ahead of time because it can get really busy, especially during summertime. From there, I recommend you go to the beach. The boardwalk is divided into 3 different beaches: Playa El Cabaña, Las Arenas, Playa de la Malvarrosa, and Playa de la Patacona. All 3 are the perfect spot to try the famous paella. My recommendation is that you review menu prices and reviews online before making a reservation, but keep in mind that lunch in Spain occurs between 2 to 3 p.m. and can last 2 to 3 hours. So if you do not have a reservation and want to avoid crowds and long wait times, I recommend you eat earlier, like 1 p.m. Now, when walking along Las Arenas Beach, you will also see a beautiful white building with palm trees and gorgeous architecture. This building is Las Arenas Balneario Resort. If you're looking for a spa day or luxury experience, this will be the perfect place for you. Now, here is a list of all the most popular restaurants by the beach, but my favorite ones are Casa Carmela and La Pepica. Now, if you have an extra day, so day 3, I would do the Bioparc and Albufera National Park. The Bioparc is another popular place to visit in Valencia. It is no ordinary zoo. It is a lush 10-hectare immersive wildlife park located in the Turia Riverbed, designed to make you feel like you've stepped into Africa. It includes about 4,000 animals and 200 species. It recreates realistic habitats such as the savanna, Madagascar, Equatorial Africa, and African wetlands. So basically it was designed under the concept of zoo immersion, where visitors are surrounded by incredible recreations of animals' natural habitats. La Albufera National Park is a freshwater lagoon and is considered the heart of Valencia by most locals. It is only 10 kilometers away from the city center, and here you will find incredible flora and fauna. The most important use of the lagoon is for fishing and rice growing, and this is actually where paella was invented, so I highly recommend you visit the town El Palmar, which is nearby, whose traditional dishes will enable you to experience true Valencian cuisine. The best time to visit La Albufera is during spring and summer, when the migratory birds return to the area. La Albufera also offers incredible activities such as hiking routes, boat trips around the lagoon, and paella tasting. The sunsets here are incredible, gorgeous. It is simply amazing. It's a place with fascinating history and of course beautiful views. And guys, that will be my ideal 2 and 3 day itinerary for Valencia and everything that you must see when you travel to the city. However, if you have extra time or different interests like museums and shoppings, here's a list of the most popular museums in Valencia. I included what type of museums they are and where they are located. Here are the main shopping spots as well. And if you're into football, you can definitely take a tour of the Valencia Football Club team, which is the Mestalla Stadium. And not too far from it, you have a hidden gem, a beautiful garden called Jardines de Monforte. So thank you so much for watching and exploring Valencia with me. I hope that this helps you plan an unforgettable trip to my beautiful city. In my next video, I'm gonna share everything you need to know before traveling to Valencia, like safety tips, public transportation hacks, what to pack for each season, and so much more. So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, thumbs up. It really means a lot and helps me bring, you the best local tips. So I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.